Hello, Dihessa here, and I'm coming to you from Sedona Mago retreat. Today is my last day here, and I wanted to make a quick video to show you some of my favorite things about this retreat center and why I run my retreats here. Why I run them here. So, if you don't already know, I have had some of my hugest awakenings right here at Sedona Mago retreat. And this place has helped me come home into my heart so many times, including this time that I was here and that I'm still here for just a few more hours. This place, the constitution of this place itself, is made to help you come back to yourself, to help you come back to your heart, right? And I've seen this time and time again with myself, and I've seen this time and time again with everybody that I have encountered here, and I've seen this time and time again with everybody who has come here with me for a retreat. There is the red rocks, right? The red rocks around you, or like I mean, I could talk about this all day, right? The nature of itself of this place is made to help you come back to yourself. Again, like I just talked about the red rocks, the iron in the red rocks. Let's just do that, right? Let's just talk about that. What it does is it repairs our energy field, right? It repairs our energy field so that, right, we can come back home within. We can come back home within. I remember a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, I brought my mom here, and she had no clue what was happening here. There was no retreat for her, anything like that. It was just me and her, and I knew it was going to be so healing for her. She and I were here, and I remember even on our way here, I could feel so much of her anxiety in her stomach. Oh my God, I could feel that. And on our way here, and by the time we got here that day, there was so much stress within her, and I could feel her. Right in the past, when I didn't feel people's energy, didn't mean anything to me much, but the moment I started feeling energy, I could and it was so dense because in my own history, of course I inherited that from her. I used to be so anxious in my life, and now I have healed that so much, right? Thanks to my energy trainings, and thanks to being here, and having gotten a lot of healing from being here and from having done a lot of trainings here. But I remember feeling very uncomfortable because I could really feel her energy, and it just reminded me of how I used to feel. But by the time we got here and we spent the night, by the next morning, I could feel her anxiety was going down, little by little, right? And by the time we left, she was like a new woman. Until now, she still talks about it. Until now, she's still saying, when are we going back? When are we going back? Right? And of course, I'll bring her back here anytime it's possible. And even now, when I was here and then I sent her a picture of here, she's like, oh my God, I'm so looking forward to going back. Right? All that to say, that's one of my favorite things of being here, is that it really helps me come back home to myself. Truly helps me come back home to myself, into my heart, right? One of my other very favorite things here is there's this meditation, kind of, I don't even know what to call it. It's a meditation corner, but it's not really corner, but it's like a lane. It's called 120 steps, right? It's literally been built for meditating on your life, reflecting on your life up until now, designing your life from here and how you want to live. First of all, reflecting on your life up until now, releasing whatever baggage you've carried up until now, designing how you want to live your future, and coming up, like, literally it's like one step at a time, right? It's exactly 120 steps, and it's very, very, very meditative. It's very unique. I don't know if there are other things like that. I know there is one, like, I've seen it in, like, New York, but it's still like the same, like, centers. Like, outside of this, I don't know that I've seen it anywhere else, right? It's very, very meditative. Those steps, they are literally some of my favorite things here. When I, like, when I go up those steps naturally, right? And I did it again this time that I'm here, every single time. And my mom, when she was here, she actually did it. It was so purifying there for her. Like, each step, she will go up, and then she'll naturally, literally, your body, what I noticed is that my body naturally stopped at some of the most significant times in my life, even without me thinking about it, right? Like, literally, my body will be like, okay, my body feels like it needs to stop at this age. And then when I stop at this age, I ask myself, what happened at this age? What happened at this age? Naturally, like, I couldn't even remember. Things that happened in my life and I couldn't even remember. Naturally, my body, like, stops and needs to reflect there, right? It stopped at the age 4, something pretty, traumatic, right? Like, I fell or something like that happened at age 4. Like, consciously, I didn't know that, but my body knows that. My body naturally just stopped. And whatever trauma that was, release. I make the conscious just to release, right? And then, like, the age I first fell in love, I stopped there. I'm like, I stopped there. I'm like, why am I stopping at this age? I'm like, oh, this is what happened at that age. Naturally, the age when I had my period, I did not remember these ages in my head, right? But my body remembered. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is like, and then I calculated back. And I'm like, oh yeah, I was in this class, and this is how old I was. And yes, this is the age, right? The ages where I had my kids, like, my body naturally stopped and reflected, right? And whatever energy needed, sometimes it's just full gratitude, sometimes it's just some of the things that maybe I regretted, I just released on those steps, right? And then as you keep going, the most significant times in your life, naturally, you just, like, your body just stops you there, and then you meditate on it, and then you release. And then as you keep going and you go past your age, you stop at your age if you feel like it. As you go past your age, you start wondering, how do I want to live my life from here moving forward, intuitively, right? And meditate on that and create it energetically, and so on and so forth. So that's literally one of my other favorite things here. And my other favorite thing here is, oh my god, this is the place where I have seen the most beautiful sunrise and sunsets in my whole entire life. Some of the most beautiful, right? And I've lived in Colorado. Colorado is also pretty beautiful, sunrise and sunset, but this place is pretty magical when it comes to sunrise and sunset. So I have some clips that I'll share with you as beautiful here, but, like, even I feel like the video, the camera does not do it any justice. There's something pretty magical about the sunrise and the sunset here, right? That fire energy and receiving. And when I'm here, as often as possible, I try to do sun meditation, which is what literally, like, third eye meditation, awakening your third eye. I actually made a video for you. Not sure whether that video is coming before or after this one, but in any case, make sure that you subscribe, and I'll put either a link above here whenever the video is ready, or if it's already ready, so that you can have access to that. It's literally a third eye meditation, sunrise meditation for the third eye, right? So that's one of my other very, very favorite things of being here. I could talk about this all day long, right? I could talk about this all day long. The other thing, my other favorite thing is like there is, I think, I hope this is the correct word. If this is not the correct word, then later on when I find it, I'll put it like on the screen. A labyrinth, right? A labyrinth. I actually did that earlier this morning where I just went around, right? It is super meditative, right? Even when you get there and if you, for some reason, you are in your mind, just by going around it, your mind just starts calming down, right? Calming down. What is one of my other favorite things? My other favorite things is the gift shop. The gift shop here, it is filled with like crystals, stones. When I get there, every time I get close to these stones, my whole entire body buzzes. Oh my god, my whole entire body buzzes. My next favorite thing, oh my god, so many people talk about this one when they come here. The food! My god! Oh my god! Breakfast, lunch, dinner. The most delicious, freshest, organic food prepared by the chef here. My mouth is watering right now just thinking about it again, right? The most delicious food, right? And healthy food for you. That's one of my other favorite things. Then, like I said before, I could talk about this all day. I could list all of my favorite things about this place. I could sit here all day and share more with you. But like, let's just finalize this, right? My last but not least, right, favorite thing about this place is the retreats that we do here, right? Just being here alone is plenty, but here, right, and when I come here and I come with my groups and we come do retreats here, we not only utilize everything here, but also the same healers, right? Some of my mentors gather together with me and we do this thing magical, right? The same exact things that, like trainings that have brought me back to me, that have opened my heart in such a big way, that have made me so much more courageous in my life, right? That have made me so much more daring, so much more focused, so much more, joyful in my life. You get to have access to that, right? That's one of my most favorite things here, is that we get to utilize not only the nature here, but also the trainings for opening up all our energetic system, all our acupressure points, all our, repairing our field. For the purpose of what? For the purpose of going back home, coming back home to ourselves. For the purpose of being creative the way that we want to be creative in our life. For the purpose of transforming our lives in such a beautiful and magnificent and extraordinary way, right? For the purpose of doing it for ourselves, for the purpose of doing it for our loved ones. And I hear this all the time. This has also been my experience. When I started repairing my energy, it became very contagious in my house. It touched my husband, it touched my kids. My husband naturally was like, oh my God, I don't know what you're doing, but I need some of that. And he started doing it for himself, and his life has changed for forever because of that, right? This isn't about learning. This isn't about, reading about it. This definitely is not about that. It's very experiential. It's very experiential, right? And so I hope that if not now, that very soon you and I meet here for a retreat that you will never forget, right? That will make you so much brighter than ever. And not only that, when we are here, it's not just about I'm here and I'm going home and it's over. You go home with so many different tools so that you can continue this and keep this going on for yourself, for your loved ones, and for all of us. For all of us. When one person changes, this has been my experience, our whole community can change, and we touch the world in a way that we could never have imagined in our lives. And so that's why I do this. That's why I'm so excited to invite you here to the retreat here. Right, the next one is happening December 8th to December 12th, and I cannot wait. Have a wonderful day. If you're not subscribed yet, please make sure that you do, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.